Hello there, welcome back to Zelda Speedruns everyone. We've got an awesome Link to the Past NMG tournament match for you all today at a little bit of a late hour. We got Lanxion versus V0oid in the losers bracket round 7. So this should be an awesome match. Commentating today will be This Is Not Yoho and Check Seaman. Take it away, you two.
Alright, so yeah, again, V0oid versus Lynx. If you look at the seeding in the stream, it might be a little bit misleading. V0oid has actually taken about a minute off of his PB since he started in the tournament. So these two are actually incredibly close at PBs. Anyway.
Not only are they... Oh, hello.
I was going to say hello, but it's all good.
Hello.
Do you have an issue seeing the streams too, or is this just a restream?
I can see the streams all right.
Because the restream is not seeing the streams for some reason. We're having a little bit of a ZSR radio, I guess.
Oh, well.
Not exactly sure
Right,
what's
I'll
going on
describe
here.
what's happening. They're both on file select. They are still both on file select. Check our links. Oh, wait, it looks like we're starting. I was going to give you the file names, but now you guys will never, ever know. But anyway, yeah, we're starting. Link
We have
is
a
in the
darkened
bed.
room.
It's dark. Uncle is just sitting at a table. Very weird, man. I don't know what he's doing. There's no paper, no nothing. He's just whatever.
I'm gonna quickly refresh the scene. See if that helps.
All right, they're finally getting out of bed a little bit.
Oh, that worked. It reset the cropping, but it worked. So now to you, finally. Sorry about that interruption.
Right, well, now you guys can see everything, so we're good. We're just gonna take it easy, guys.
It's been a pleasure commentating with you, Yoho.
All right, I guess we should talk about something. So, Check's top 10 favorite things about Escape. Go.
Number 1, Ball and Chain Guard. He really personifies Escape. He brings it to life. We have Pumping. I'd say that's number 2.
Favorite things?
Big fan.
Okay.
So, number 3, Swag Boom. Hopefully we'll see a very cool boomerang room. All right. So I did want to mention, we have Lanxion versus V0oid, and both of these runners can beat the game in 1 hour and 25 minutes. But I've seen a lot of grinding on V0oid's side lately. We could see an upset from the standpoint of PBs and seeding. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm pretty excited about this race.
Oh yeah, as someone that has gotten burned by the amount of grinding that V0oid has been doing, yeah, definitely a possibility of upset here. V0oid has been, I don't know, he's been building a lot of consistency. Like in the group stages, he ended up having some troubles, but now in the brackets, he's really having some good runs. I mean, the run against Andy notwithstanding, but other than that, yeah, it's been going pretty well for him. And yeah, even since the bracket started, he's PB'd by like 25 seconds or something, some ridiculous amount. So pretty much anyone's game. All right. Anyway, we're up to number 4, Checks. Number 4, top Escape.
Number 4.
I'm just joking. Oh,
Text mashing.
text mashing. Yeah, always one of my favorite things.
Count the text boxes. So we had a guard get in V0oid's way, but Lanxion took a hit from the mace. So he's a heart down. We should be fine because it's the first segment of the game, but we got to be a little bit careful.
Oh yeah, I mean, Destin Escape happen sometimes, but generally, also there's at least one heart that's pretty convenient, only like 15 frames in the after the you push the mantle or whatever, that you could get if you really wanted to be extra safe. But like everything here does a quarter of a heart, or most things here does a quarter of a heart of damage, so you have to get hit a lot to get to end up getting killed in here.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, escape's just escape. There's a lot of tiny movement things. There's a lot of small RNG things that you gotta be able to read and react. And in some ways, it's a microcosm of the entire game, but you don't have boots, so it's also horrible.
Number 5 is pushing that ornamental shelf to the right, just to the right pixel. If you push it one more pixel than you need to, it feels like you've wasted a ton of time.
Oh yeah, you've ruined the whole split if that happens.
Interesting path from Void. There's 2 snakes that approach in the Dark Cross. He went to the left to take a chance to avoid a snake, but it could not be avoided.
The snake gamble is, I guess, it's the optimal strat in that room, but also, if you don't get the RNG, it's not great.
It's rare.
That too. Yeah. I think Void has started just throwing the boom out of that door, doing the diagonal boom throw out of that door, which is probably pretty good. And he did get the bad RNG this time, so it was worth it.
Very nice.
All right. Anyway, we are now into the Eastern Split. Depending, some people are crazy and split on the exit of Sanctuary, but for most of us, this will be the Eastern Split. So, top 10 favorite things about Eastern checks. Go.
All right. Number 1, Lanx W. We have a chest turn on Lanx's side.
Oh yeah, we forgot the big points of this match. We're gonna need to count the chest turns. We're gonna need to see who got the most chest turns. There's gonna be points at the end awarded for who got the most chest turns, and it won't actually matter for the result, but it will matter for pride. Thank you, chat, for the Lanx W's.
So we are traveling through the Octorok field. We are going to dodge these enemies. Doing fine. Next up is pumping along the staircases on Eastern Overworld. We save a lot of time from pumping on these features.
Oh yeah, the double pumping on the stairs is probably the most valuable pumping you could do in this game. The rest of it saves a lot less time than this, but it's still pumping, so it's awful.
Yeah. So, here we are in Eastern Palace. We may be looking for rupees here. It would be nice to collect a few. It's likely we'll see a 3 rupee route to have enough rupees for Palace of Darkness.
Yeah. Really, yeah, that's one of the big things about Eastern is you're hunting for drops, you're wishing for drops. We see Void over there booming for a heart in the Stalfos room. Sometimes you get lucky and it gives you double hearts. Void did not get lucky there, so still missing a half a heart, but not really a big deal for Eastern. Really, you only take ideally a heart and a half of damage intentionally in this dungeon, so He still has plenty to spare. But yeah, it's not just rupee drops that we want here. We want arrow drops. We want at least one arrow drop from the Igor, or from the the Igors later on in the dungeon. And usually, statistically, you're supposed to get at least one. So whenever you don't get that,
Big...
oh yeah, the big key damage boost.
Very nice.
You both handling it okay. Both optimally damaging there.
Very much in sync. After Lanx had to boom a Popo out of the way.
You know, literally no one goes right after the big chest, except like Blunt Bunny. What do you think? What do you think we need to do to actually make people start going right after the big chest checks?
I don't know, an earthquake? I'm not really sure. It would take a lot. A lot of seismic force.
Like I said, to
Right.
pause for a second there because of the bad cannonball.
Okay. I see it. CGR, but Blanks misses a drop. That's okay. He's got 26. Void, on the other hand, only has 22. Getting no drops.
Did not get a drop. Lanx got an extra drop from the variety pack, so that's a pretty big deal.
Right, that's what that was.
Yeah, he won't
All right,
be able
both
to-
runners. They both clean up Armos without a problem.
But now, the most important part of the speed run, the boots. We got it. We're going to get it. Talking to the Eastern Grandpa who lives in a ditch for some reason.
Right. Yeah, this is the most important part of the speedrun because it's the beginning of the speedrun. We can now go fast. And with the Pegasus boots, we can now perform glitches available only on the 1.0 version of this game. We may see a spin speed right here involving hitting A right after a spin, touching a ladder or staircase. Both runners pull it off first try.
Yeah, missing that at least once in my experience is around 3 seconds you lose, so it's good to get it first try. Alright, chat has a question for you, Chex. Top 10 things about Desert.
Well, I think number one is spamming book. If you can spam the book, you can make a lot of noise. And that's always fun. Nice library, unholy spin speed from Void. Lanx does not go for that.
Yeah, the pre-library spin speed doesn't save enough for some people, because like if you miss it, you'll lose a ton of time, and it feels terrible to recover from. So there's quite a few of us who don't go for it. I used to do pre-library spin speed all the time, and I've given it up in favor of just dashing it out.
Yeah, I agree with that. Outcome.
Both of them using the menu to the book to avoid the splashy dashy. I've heard that if you don't do the menu there, you are a barbarian. Shoutouts to Doomtap. Anyway. So yeah, now we're entering Desert. The big thing about Desert is at the end there's a boss that is probably one of the hardest bosses in the game. It is the Landmollas. You gotta fight him with a bow, and basically each full cycle that you miss costs around 6 seconds. So you want to get him down as quickly as possible. And there's some RNG stuff in there that can cause you problems. Oh, we got some book spam.
You love to hear it.
Some people do, some people don't. Some people hate to hear it. Some people love to hear it. And other people neither love nor hate to hear it.
Yeah. Suppose. All right, 1 rupee on each side. Very low count right now. We'll see what the runners want to do about that. There's a blue rupee in the circle of pots. Both pick them up.
Oh, Lynx missed the chest turn. That's a rough one. That's a rough one.
Yeah, Lynx, it's kind of losing frames here when you have to go back. Ooh, we see a Desert 2 spin speed. Yes, from both runners. Looking good.
No one jumping off, doing the big leap.
Yeah, it's a nice 20 frame time saver at the risk of 40 seconds, something like that. Void goes up around the lamp. Lynx goes below the torch. So Lynx avoids RNG. Void had to deal with the Popo RNG.
And here we go. All right. So you're gonna count both sides, right? I'm not gonna have to count either Lammo cycle.
Yeah, I'll count.
Right? All right.
I'll count all of Void's worms. Bit of a rough start for Void.
Looks like a 4 from both.
Yeah, it did. Looked like an early 4. And it looked like Lynx may have even saved like frames, a handful of frames, just because Void may have had longer cycles. It looked like.
Oh, Lynx is going for the boomerang. Has Lynx been practicing offline? Oh my god, secret practice. This is going to be huge. Change your bets now.
This is the most recent routing change that we've seen. It was realized that we can menu after the Landmo fight, and in the time it takes to menu, the timer for the pendant counts down, so we can use that time to switch to whatever item we want.
Yeah, I think what it is that the pendant's still falling while you're in the menu or whatever. Kind of a reverse Argus situation where
Yes.
Argus is still going up while you're in the menu. This does not work on Moldorm because once you get the mirror, the game does not want you to menu in boss rooms anymore.
One good use of the boom is to clear the buzz blob out of the way right before the old man cave, but Lynx did not go for that route.
Yeah, I was practicing the boom strats a little bit there, and it seemed like the double boom or whatever, you hit them both before entering the mountain. Saved a little bit of time and was kind of worth it. But it was all that newfangled menuing and stuff after fighting Lambo. Like, I need a break after fighting Lambo. I'm just tired. I need a nap. So hitting a menu thing, I can't do it.
Yeah, it takes a great deal of focus. And if you're new to this strat, you might be spending the whole time trying to remember to menu later. This spin speed on Death Mountain saves a lot of time. Seemed like both runners pulled it off fine.
Yeah, it seems like they both had a pretty clean Death Mountain, relatively speaking. No one got really owned, super owned, so... I guess I said that before they got to the dead rock that could ruin your life, but they both handled that okay, too.
Lanx is also doing well with quick warps, saving 34 frames.
Oh, Lanx is not doing well with the mental game. He forgot to get a key before he went to the downstairs tower room. See, he used all of that extra mental energy on menuing to boom, and it was just over for him.
Yeah, that might be it.
Well, he's going for the boom dash strat. Saves a little bit of time, and if you get on the pegs, you get a break. But if you miss it, you no longer save time.
So, both runners are dealing with the tiles just by using dash pokes. Nice dash poke practice for anyone who has not tried that tech. This is a good room to just try it out.
Oh yeah, this room's definitely like training wheels for getting your poke moth or your single or double poke hold stair practice in. Getting the timing, working on it. You can experiment, figure out where you can press A and not press A, because there's a huge window where you can do this, both before and after the tile hits your sword. So it's a good practice room. Link's also seeing the bomb there, not getting the bomb drop or the arrow drop out of the variety pack. It's unfortunate. You hate to see it.
All right, we have a nice spin set up for V0oid's bomb jump. We'll see what Lanx goes for. The bonk setup.
The
Very
boomer
nice.
bonk, man. The boomer bonk.
With the right chest turn for the moon pearl.
Hey, that's another one. Chalk it up. Put it on the board, boys.
All right, Moldorm, the most chaotic boss here in the LA world. It gets a little hectic. V0oid's going strong with dashes. Dashes down for the final hit. Very nice. Had to chase after that worm.
Oh, yeah, Moldorm got a little bit away from Lynx for the last hit, but no big disasters happening, so everything's okay. As we know, nothing ever goes wrong on Moldorm, so no big deal. Just business as usual.
Yeah. So V0oid's first out of Hera. Gets a nice spin speed out to the Death Mountain escape. No squirrels in the way. Same for Lanx. So now we're pulling trees to earn rupees. V0oid takes a route where he picks up 15 rupees, kills a bird.
Yeah, Lynx actually needs 4 here, so
He also shoots a bird and gets all 4. All right, so with the Master Sword in hand, our runners will be running back to the castle. They want to preserve sword beams. They still cannot get hit here, just so they can earn that final prize of rupees and hopefully continue to not take damage, because sword beams help out a lot in the tower.
Yeah, at the very least, the first 2 rooms, it saves a good number of seconds. And there goes Void's arrows. You hate to see it. It's very sad. Always when those arrows drop behind there.
It's in the Lost Woods. Yeah, you slash that bird to the left. Lanx also goes for the left slash. And avoids a bush guard.
Yeah, man, he almost got poked. That was so close. That was nutty.
Void was unsure about that dash setup. He had to reposition, and when you have guards chasing you, it's helpful to space before charging again. So Void is really demonstrating, a productive movement. Good movement to make sure he avoids damage.
Aga Tower. This is, to me, this is probably the most fun dungeon in the Riot World. It's a pretty difficult dungeon to do correctly, and also there's a little bit of RNG, like in the maze. You can get your day ruined because a guard just decides to see you. But it's a fun dungeon. So, with that, we skipped one. Checks top 10 things about Aga Tower.
Oh heck. So nothing related to the Dark Maze, which is the most annoying room. I guess my top, I guess it has to be counting, right? I love counting the blue ball shots from Aghanim. Helps stay awake during the fight. No, that's not my favorite, really. Being sarcastic this time.
Pretty rough. But yeah, they both lost sword beams. It happens. And then Void got probably the worst RNG in that room without sword beams. At least for me, it is.
Nice red alert while he gets the double spin. And nice circle of pots. Lynx has to slash a bit more.
Yeah, Lynx is getting bullied in this Aga Tower pretty much.
Yeah. So circle of pots was a bit more of a struggle on Lynx's side. Nice walk through Neapolitan room. I'm not sure if I saw its void dash or not.
Wait, that room's called Neapolitan room?
I believe it is. Like the ice cream?
I never
flavors?
knew that was the name of that room, man. For real.
I forgot the name of it the last time I was on commentary, I believe, and called it Metropolitan Room. That's not right at all.
I like it because it's like busy, like a city.
Yeah, it is. A lot of hustle and bustle.
Just watching. So far, Void has not gotten a blue ball yet. He's into the second cycle of lightning. Which basically means he's a 50-50 for getting 0 here.
looking good. Length already has one.
Oh my god, that's huge. We just got 0 blue balls. Pretty good light world.
Yeah, that's really, it's really looking good for Void splits. He seems to be ahead, and with 0 blue balls, he'll stay ahead. That's great. So we get another lightning cycle on Lanx's side. Once we get at least 3 blue balls, we get an extra lightning cycle, which slows us down by 1 more cycle. So that was was that a 4 or 5?
I believe it was 5,
right?
as Lanx just typed 5, spoiling it for everyone in chat before the end. Harry disagrees, says it seems like 4. Take it up a Lanx. He typed it himself. I didn't count at all. I can't count. I don't know how to count. I leave the counting. We talked about this beforehand for the commentary team. Chex is going to be doing all the counting here. And I am going to be doing all of the bad jokes, I guess. Like, we're in Pod. What's your top 10 favorite things about Pod?
All right. So anyway, Void is already in Pod. He did, he avoided damage. He did the Kiki. What do you call that skip? He moves up and down to kind of get the cut
Just the
scene
Kiki
to go by.
dash or whatever?
Yeah, the Kiki dash.
Yeah.
So, Void gets an optimal jump down to the key. It's all about collecting keys.
Yeah, Chex was confused because normally he doesn't ever actually see this monkey in the video game. He skips it.
Yeah. Major glitch called a key skip, of course.
But yeah, this blue ball difference is kind of rough for Lanx, who also have a little bit of trouble in the light world, but still a lot of game left to play. Still a lot of things that can happen. Not even disasters wise. Still just even this up.
All right, so Void has big key. He's now approaching the big chest, which we need to perform a little bomb jump here. One of the hardest bomb jumps. We need 2 pixel perfect positions. Void's buffering a bit. Get on the first pixel. Second buffer was good. So Void loses about 5 seconds plus compared to optimal. That's okay though. It's better than falling. Always.
Yeah, there's the famous video where you can take 30 or 40. I forget the number because, again, counting.
30
Somewhere
30 pause.
30? 50?
That's right.
70? Okay. I'm receiving word from my counting expert, Chex, that it is 30 pause that you can do to match not doing the hammer jump at all.
That's
Here
right.
comes Lynx doing his hammer jump. Went a lot smoother for him.
Saves a bit more time, yeah. And Void used his last arrow on the Igor statue. So he had just enough to get through this dungeon.
It feels good, but it also feels kind of bad because you have 0 while you're staring at this cutscene. You just see 0 arrows the entire time.
Yeah. And it, it lasts for 17 seconds. We have a lot of time to look at our resources.
I guess it's much better than seeing 4 because you had to pick up a pot and you just lost 1,000,000 years.
All right, Turtle Party. I think my favorite thing about Palace of Darkness is that it's dark. I mean, it's right in the name. It has all the character. Fun fact, blue and red rupees show up in the dark, but green do not.
Link
Void
stat drop from the Igor there. The mimic, I mean.
Void performs spin speed to extend his hammer hitbox. He waits till the 17th hit and despawns the fireball, and then gets no more fireballs. So that was a very fast fight.
Yeah, that was a good pod from Void. Other than having a little bit of trouble on nailing the pixels on hammer jump, but looks like he's still going strong against his PV here. Link's also doing the spin speed setup. But he's getting some terrible RNG from now on.
But the second phase was nice. And Lanx finishes up quickly. Alright, Pod Overworld 2. There are 3 lotteries here. We have a chance at taking damage from these Ropas. But hopefully it'll go fine. Even if we do take damage, it's not a huge deal.
Yeah, this isn't like in a lot of the dungeons you either want sword beams or in pod specifically you don't want to take damage before. Well, basically, like you don't want to take any unintentional damage before Helmasaur because one, Helmasaur you basically get 3 hits before you die to a hit with Sankart, and then also you want beams in the back half of the dungeon, so yeah, you gotta manage your health pretty well in pod. But Thieves Town beams don't matter. You can save like a very small amount on the blind fight if you have beams, but other than that, it doesn't particularly matter.
Ooh, second dig for Void.
Oh, 2 digs. That's rough RNG.
Rough RNG. A nice fast hammer dash from Lanx. To be safe, we often walk a little bit before dashing, but Lanx knew the setup for dashing right away. Void is now activating his flute.
That's weird. Void's not actually, like most of us, we walk to the left of the statue before we light up our flute, but just went straight into it.
Yeah, we're also seeing another quick warp from Lanx. Saving frames again.
1 dig from Lanx, huge RNG benefit, huge time save.
It's pretty huge. It doesn't quite diffuse the 5 blue ball difference. But, this game's full of RNG. We'll see other fortunes. Perhaps. Okay. Void hits a skull in the bush. It's always
Oh, he bounced off
startling.
a tree too.
Right, Void is in Thieves Town. We get the big key right away here. And then we will go deeper into the dungeon, find a boss room, but not go into it. In fact, we have to rescue a maiden and save her. And then we fight the boss.
The big thing that is in Thieves Town, that it's huge, is whether you get the God Pixel and you get the good RNG. Void got the God Pixel, it looked like, but he did not get the RNG. So he had to stop and wait for the Patrick stars to move.
Now in the attic, we see runners deal with the attic a little bit differently. Void sets his bomb down maybe later than optimal, but avoids the buzzes, like, safely. The crickets or the grasshoppers, whatever kind of bugs they are.
Grasshoppers, Dark World rats.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Same for Lanx and Hellway. Got the pixel, but not the RNG.
You hate to see it. It's very sad. And he got the bad cricket RNG there, bad grasshopper RNG, bad green rat RNG.
Alright. Bari conveyors. Sword beams are pretty nice to deal with that room safely because we can get rid of the electrocuting Baris. Just clear them out so we can get on with our dash.
Void just was like, "Nah, man, I'm good on these bombs." Didn't take the bomb that dropped right there. I'm so upset over seeing that. I would have wasted like 15 seconds getting that bomb if it took it. Because it's a free bomb.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Lanx is at right now in his prize packs. He only has 5 bombs.
Oh, he has to wrap around, man. We're waiting until like Swamp to see if he actually gets lucky and gets anything.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't get the bomb. He had the freaking arrows in Eastern, so it was.
Oh, yeah.
for him. Yeah.
And the scripted fight from Void.
Yeah, he handled the last hit pretty well. The beams on, like, for the last hit sometimes you hit the beam too early and then blind doesn't take damage, but yeah, he poke dashed there. Made sure that he was gonna get a hit registered.
Also good fight from Lanx. Blind dies before entering the square of light. Nice and early.
Yeah, they both finished with full health.
And it's also great to finish a dungeon. It's a really great feeling to finish a dungeon with full health, because then we don't have a refill at the end.
Yeah, each heart's about 10 frames or whatever to refill.
All right, so Void is grabbing the tempered sword. He placed the mirror portal at the beginning of the screen and is using the blanksmith's method that many players adopted within the last couple of years. Blanks is doing it as well.
They're basically, supposedly they're supposed to be about the same. Whoa, Void did not go for Fence Dash. He just walked below the sign and then dashed up. I expect to see riots in chat. I don't know, man.
On to Skullwoods. Void. Revealing a guard and a fairy. Contacts the fairy, but it is of no use.
Yeah, not a super useful fairy.
No.
Basically, all it did was put lag on the screen and made it feel worse to try and move in.
Yeah, Void took a bit of damage from the mummy. So another spin setup from Void, but he walks into the pit.
Oh no.
Okay.
I think he didn't wait long enough to force sword to be charged, so he didn't get the spin. I'm not completely sure whether he just kept holding up and fell in, or he didn't get the charge.
I was a little confused by that, because it looked to me like he was set up and then tapped up, and I don't know why he tapped up again.
Yeah, I think it was just because he didn't actually spin, so like his timing was like thrown off. Like, I've had that happen to me before, and I go into a panic phase, and I'm like, am I on the right pixel? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, and sometimes, bad things happen.
So Mothula is a strange fight. It can be very fast, or it can be chaotic and dangerous. So with 3 hearts, it's a little scary.
Yeah, basically any kind of contact damage from Mothula does 2 hearts of damage, and then the spikes do 1 heart, so he has very few possibilities for mistakes here. And sometimes Mothula just decides to get up into the spikes and just ruins your day, so who knows. Oh, he took a hit, but he ended up alright.
Yeah. And Void uses a buffer to the mirror to have it for the next segment and to read the RNG. Yeah, the damage was kind of a funny one, because it's the one where you get kind of lunged at. So it can be hard to run away, but also you'll probably get a free hit.
Yeah, it's like sometimes Moth, like you'll hit him and he'll bounce down, and sometimes he'll just stay up there and ruin your day. And I guess he got lucky and unlucky at the same time by getting the bounce down. He lived, so I guess all in all it was luck. Lanx, on the other hand, is getting a little less lucky, but he still managed to handle it okay. He did the second poke up there in the upper left on Moth, so...
Yeah, and with only one spike disappearing, we can tell it was a 9 out of 10 fight. Alright, so now we have the Ice Palace segment. So Void's in the overworld. He's got to collect a medallion. He's got to collect some flippers. We want to preserve sword beams again. They will save time, and it's pretty helpful. We do not take a lottery from the Ropa. That's good. Bit of a missed menu, but we are prepared. With Mirror now.
Hey, we've got the quick fish, yeah.
Yeah, the quick fish. The ring that we throw the rock into is actually a square. So we can hit that corner and not crash the rock.
Yeah, I don't think... He didn't do the standard setup where you do the pot slide or whatever, but... Yeah, he just moved up a little bit after picking up the pot and then... got the right pixel. There's a range of pixels, but yeah, he got it.
This gets hit by the Ropa. That's costly.
I think the video game hates links.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive at this point that the video game hates links.
Okay, we have opportunities to recover hearts here. Lanx gets a bush heart. So, and fun fact, once we pick up that bush, we resume to normal walking speed and can just carry it to the ring.
Yeah, once you jump down, you end up getting normal walking speed, which is a very weird thing.
Okay. So now we have 3 enemies in Void's way.
Oh, Void got an extra bomb. It's huge.
Very nice. Okay. Void's entering Ice Palace.
Yeah, all in all, that was still a good overworld from Void, even with the blockages and stuff happening. So.
All right, so I didn't see the second heart from Lanx, but he's back to full health as well.
After he mirrored for Quake, he grabbed the rock or whatever, the white rock, and got a heart from that, or either from hitting a crab with it. I'm not really sure which one dropped it.
Right. I have seen a runner earn 3 hearts back that way.
Probably Airy. I'm betting it's Airy.
Bombable floor. That room can just go awry. Because Baris are the worst.
Yeah, as long as I have beams, that is probably one of my favorite rooms in the dungeon. Because
Void gets a great setup on the conveyor room. Okay. We have some extra buffers happening to get this bomb jump. I think we've got it. Yes.
I think he could have... He was on the pixel a couple of times. There was a 2-pixel range he could have gotten, and he just... he wanted the higher pixel. Or maybe he didn't realize that would work.
It was a little blurry for me, but I think you're right. Okay. Lanx is leaving behind some arrows, but they were pretty far away.
So Lynx has wrapped the prize back around and still not been able to get anything from it. The game truly hates Lynx. That's just what's happening here.
Lynx really wanted that last pixel and got it. So Lynx struggled slightly with the horizontal pixel, Void with the vertical. All right, cold stare. Void gets hit by ice to start it off.
He got boosted in? Oh no, he just took a hit from a... Okay, he's having a party.
Yeah, he cleans it up.
Yeah.
Some intense fights from Void so far.
Alright, so now Lynx is about to drop into the cold stare fight. Hoping he makes it out cleanly too. Well, cleanly-ish. But yeah.
And not ideal because it looked like a spin didn't work in the double spin, but the puffs don't travel too far, and Lynx slashes them to end the fight. Okay, we have a collection trip for Void. He's gathering his medallion.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure that they both do the same collection, so we're going to get lucky with that. We're not going to have a weird difference or whatever. I'm pretty sure they both just do Ether in Swamp and Ice Rod in TR, so that'll be good.
Right. So Death Mountain, of course, known for being extremely dangerous, and we're unable to control damage. It's fine if we do. Void doesn't take any, but it's fine if there were a hit or two, because in Swamp Palace we don't take a lot of damage. It's fine if we get hit. We are not in
really
great danger. Right.
Oh, I thought he had the anti-fairy skip, but he bailed out on it.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't tell. Alright, Void's going into Swamp. We get a nice lineup of the hovers, or Phelps. Void has 1 bomb and 5 arrows. In Swamp, we can kind of refill our resources here and get ready for that Vitreous fight and Gana's Tower later. So it'll be interesting to see how we have enough arrows at the end.
Yeah, I mean, strictly speaking, like out of here, you need at least 1 bomb and 8 arrows. You need the 8 arrows for Vitreous to be able to kill him, but you want more because you're starting to build up arrows for the GT Armos fight, Ice Armos fight. So you would expect Void to probably get both pots here, and if you're going to get restock rune arrows, then you might as well get the bomb too because it's pretty fast.
really nice switch from Void on the left side of Swamp. Walking above the crystal switch and to the right of it slightly.
Yeah, my bar is as long as you get on the blue pegs, you've done pretty well for yourself.
Yeah, swimming is... There's all kinds of difficult movement in this dungeon. Not only are the enemies kind of annoying and unpredictable, but we have to swim, which is the hardest movement in this game.
Yeah, you gotta push those switches. You're wanting to time pushing those switches. And you gotta swim. And you gotta hook dash if you're going for the Zero Cycle Argus fight. This dungeon is basically filled with a lot of BS. That's my opinion. It's not like hard, but it's got a lot of BS. A lot of enemies that will just hit you and just move in your path for no reason.
Yeah, it's full of reasons to feel bad. All right, hook shot for Void. Doesn't get a typical pot pickup, but deals with the room fine, clearing out the enemies. Pirogusu is the one I think that comes out from the wall.
Is that the name of that? I have no idea, man. I just call them wall dudes.
Yeah. The wall dudes do 2 hearts of damage, unlike all the other enemies before Argus. Okay, Lanx almost dashed into the spike but stopped himself because he knows that spike is larger than it appears.
So we're gonna see if Void goes for the Zero Cycle Argus here.
Going for it. He walks up to Argus.
Oh, looks like you got it.
He got it really well. We're even waiting for Argus to finish. That was superb.
Yeah, looks like it was a pretty good fight from Void. Saving time over his PB. He's still on PB pace right now, so.
And Lanx is leaving Swamp with 1 bomb. Kind of curious if he will have that as a backup for spooky action glitch. Lanx misses, unfortunately.
Zero Cycle. I think ideally what he'd want to do is not have to use it for spooky action and then be able to get the bomb and then it's a TR.
All right. So Void is fluting to Meyer. He picks up the rock from below to set a variable that sort of the altitude that bird has when it leaves is going to be shared with the fire rod area of effect later in this dungeon. So that sets up the spooky action glitch that we mentioned before. And a fast Mire too from V0oid. Really nice.
Yeah, in this version of shopping, Mire is a very consistent split for you. Like, there's a few things that can go wrong, but basically there's not that much RNG in the split. So being able to do fast Mire 2 negates one of those RNG things. There's a lot of top runners that don't actually do Mire 2. I'm one of them. I think Team Tap. Barry doesn't really go for it unless he started recently.
Things getting in V0oid's way. The slugs can deal 4 hearts of damage, but they don't typically run into us. Lynx misses the 1 cycle, so has to kill the top Wizrobe on the 2nd cycle. This is a really strong pace from V0oid here.
Oh yeah, I didn't see what his actual torch time was.
104 something.
Oh baby.
So often runners will use that opportunity to take to look at their time, and we want to finish the game in about 20 more minutes.
Yeah, it's 20 more minutes without the ice rod. I give a little bit of extra time for the ice rod.
Right. Yeah, V0oid hasn't taken any damage. That is not intended, so he enters with 10 hearts.
Yeah, that's a lot of health.
And did we see a puff of dash dust on V0oid's end? That'll set up this glitch here. Yeah, he gets it. So the fire rod is hitting crystal switches from afar, and there are 3 of them that we hit like this. This is a time save that came out, I believe, in 2018, just in time for the tournament at that time.
Lynx gets a second bomb for the variety pack and cannot get it. So he cycled through the variety pack twice and failed to get any of the drops.
And a textbook vitreous fight from V0oid. 0 cycle. The movement has to be very tight at the point where we place the block, because we have hardly any time before we get shot at with fireballs. So Lynx had to readjust. But importantly, Spooky goes well. It's one of those things that can lose a ton of time if it doesn't.
It's like 20 seconds or something if you don't get it. So it's a huge one.
Oh yeah. Okay. We had a bit of the eyeball mess to clean up on Lynx's side. There are 3 left over, so we got 1 cycle in between.
All right, so we're heading into TR checks, And I have a very important question for you. Top 10
What's
favorite
that?
things about TR. Go.
Okay. Number 1, Pokies 2. Number 2, Pokies 1. Number 3, Pokies 0. 4 through 10, I would say each of the tracks that we... I don't know how many there are, but hopefully there are 7. So,
Counting. Oh God, I can't count. Listen, you were supposed to be the one that counted. We agreed.
Yeah, well, take my word for it then.
There are 7. It's canonical now. So there you go.
All right, so we're seeing the most hazardous overworld on Void's side, the Turtle Rock ascent, if you will. So far, no damage on Void's side, nothing in the way. Okay, a little
we
bit
got
of
sniped.
damage. Yeah, sniped right at the end, almost the last possible pixel where we could sustain damage.
Well, you got the free quick warp, it looks like, so it was all worth it.
Yeah, the free quick warp that I don't even know how to get because do not know the lineup.
He said a 208 enter, which is a very good Turtle Rock entry time.
Wow. All right, torches for Void. Currently one of my least favorite things about Turtle Rock, but Void deals with it just fine.
Yeah, that hook shotting out of the menu can get pretty wonky.
This is
Lynx didn't take a hit.
Ooh, very nice. Let's not get the free quick warp. Alright, so we have that fairy. We get to use beams in the Chain Chomp's room. Nice! Very nice. We have a guard.
I was not feeling that, man. She just sidled right up next to that guy. I was just like, okay. I was not feeling that at all.
Yeah. Sometimes Chain Chomps, they wreck you. Sometimes they play defense and stop you from getting to that chest. One thing we're seeing from Void, which is a little bit interesting, is he's a little late charging spins, later than you can. But it's fine because he's just waiting for certain positions to spin the pokies.
Oh, he did the beam strat for the return in that room. It's a pretty tight window where you can beam down and still hit the chest, or still hit the switch.
All right, pokies too. Let's see what kind of RNG we have here. Right goes up right, down goes down left. We kill the right one first. Seems to go fine.
Yeah, medium RNG, I guess you'd say, for that one.
We still maintain beams, which is great for Crystal Roller Room here. Makes it nice and easy and fast.
Years.
And Lanx gets the fairy at Poke 1. And he became a bunny, but he transforms quickly out of the bunny state with True Blue frames. Shoutouts to True Blue for a recent NMG meta. Just
The
tapping
hottest
A
tech of 2020.
for sure. We save the poof frames when we poof out of the bunny state. Okay, we leave the magic behind on Lanx's side. It was out of the way. Doesn't really
game's yet
matter.
more than enough, so
Yeah. Alright, try next for Void. This ice head can cause us trouble sometimes, but stay still. Not a problem. We're on to phase 2. We're just waiting.
yeah, pretty standard, good try and X fight from Void.
Yeah, of all the boss fights, Trinax is one of them.
Looks like this might be a gold on Void's side for TR.
Yeah, I'm struggling to think of where Void took any damage at all, except for that last pixel bedrock, which didn't really, lose time or anything.
Oh yeah.
Alright, on to Ganon's Tower. So, Ganon's Tower is one of the most fun dungeons. Filled with a lot of obstacles to begin with, puzzle rooms to earn the big key, then it's up the tower for a lot of combat heavy rooms. Void puts his sword away at the opening cutscene, which saves some frames.
Yeah, it looks like Lynx has had a pretty good Dark World for himself. Just the blue ball deficit really hurting him, and then a couple mistakes in Ice Palace, and getting lottoed for in the overworld, causing him issues.
Swag boom from Void. Running that boom while facing down. So far, so good. We get through the fire snake room without any damage. Patiently waiting for the fire snakes to clear the way.
I'm wondering how Void handles the arrow situation here. Whether he's, I guess he has to do Mike Chest here, and then he ends up with 9 going upstairs, which a little bit risky.
There are a couple of strats for getting this chest. And Void gets the fast one.
He did the fastest strat, didn't take a hit.
Really impressive to see that.
Now he's down to 8 arrows for upstairs because he blew one in the ice armor. So, oh, he gets the chest. All right, he's not going to play it risky upstairs.
Great call.
Oh yeah, definitely best call.
Lynx does take a hit on fire snakes. Won't have those beams. That's okay. Really nice mimics from V0oid. Ashes on the left side of the crystals for the.
Yeah, I've noticed he
spikes.
has a very unique strategy that he does in that room.
And we're onto the Gauntlet. 5 rooms of combat. G2 could be the most random. 2
They're all
stray
really
slashes.
large.
Yeah. Pretty nice Gauntlet. Onto Lamo 2. 1 cycle. That's what we want to see.
Those ropes 1 and 2 are probably the neatest trick in this this dungeon, using the cane. It's just something you wouldn't normally think about if you were playing casually.
Right. Casually, we might use ether so we can see the where the floor is. V0oid gets a bit of an early fire rod shot, and we get warned about our magic usage.
V0oid decided not to damage boost through the big spike there for that one. It's interesting, given he already had so much health.
Really nice positioning for Moldorm 2, for the slash and the spin. The spin hitbox is so large, so he's sort of at the edge of that range to get that final hit.
V0oid's now heading into the Aga 2 fight. It's basically Aga 1, but there's 3 clones, there's 2 clones along with the regular Aghanim. Those guys, the clones, always shoot an energy ball, but Aga can shoot either an energy ball or on certain cycles. He gets 2 on the first one.
I thought you said there were 2 clones. I could only see 1.
Oh, we got the blue ball. That would have been in the Aga there, but it's unfortunate.
Those were rough patterns. Really tricky boss. The most challenging to optimize.
Yeah, that was still a very, very clean GT from V0oid.
Yeah, V0oid's onto the Ganon fight.
Let's have trouble with Moldorm. Oh god. Finally goes for the hook.
Yeah, the hook is one of those more recent strats where we use invulnerability frames to kind of let the worm.
Oh no, V0oid missed the 1-1, but he's got good RNG up here, so this should be okay. Oh, that side sword is scary, man. Just point up. Just point up. Oh, you hate to see it.
Yeah, the top Ganon is not one we normally practice because we optimally will not see that in our normal patterns. Okay, again we missed the one cycle. So we get top right.
For getting the spins on Ganon. He got another good lucky RNG there with the top side.
Narrowly avoiding death. But we again are one that hit away. But we get through phase 2, so it's a lot safer now. And meanwhile, Lanx is entering his Ganon fight. Important glitch, torch glitch. All right, so Void secures phase 4. So this should be just 12 more hits, or 12 hits total.
Yeah, 12
He's well on
spins.
his. Yeah.
And there we go. It looks like the pig is down for Void.
GG to Void.
Yeah, big GG's to Void.
Void finishes first with an official time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 45 seconds. While Lanx is wrapping up Ganon phase 4.
Well, there's a good race.
Oh yeah, that's an insane time to get. You're under plus 20 of your PB with a Ganon death, so very good run from Void. Lanx kills Ganon.
GG to Lanx.
Yeah, big GG's to Lanx too.
Lanx kept up a great pace after bad luck from Aghanim. Meanwhile, Void had a really strong Dark World. Really strong all around. Ahead of his PB the whole way.
Yeah. Very strong run from Void.
And I do have confirmation that Void should be joining us for an interview. We do have Lanxion in the waiting room first, so hello there.
Hello.
Void should be joining us shortly.
GG Lanxion.
That was a good race.
Thanks.
GG's Lanx.
That went.
Very
It was
Void.
something.
GG's Void.
Dude, this gamer, this guy out here.
Yeah, that was a nuts run, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
holy shit. Dude, it's only a matter of time, man. Holy shit. Dude, I was so mad because I was going through this and I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to, so I don't know if I can say that. How am I supposed to beat this guy when he's running like this, dude? It's insane.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, like, I had a run similar to that this afternoon, and I fell to Moldorm twice, and I was like,
Ugh.
man. But yeah, this time it was me, like, you know, misplaying the bottom right RNG. I'm so bad at the bottom right RNG on Ganon. I don't get it.
It's awful. It's not fun. And I had a similar problem with that RNG like a couple weeks ago where I just like I lost all of my runs to dying to Ganon.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that's a pain, dude. But that was an insane run, dude. A 125-45 with a death to Ganon it's absolutely wild. You're gonna have a 124 before you know it, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, I hope so. Thanks. How did your run go? Because like I'm never watching the restreams when I do these tourney races because it makes me too nervous. But like, how many blue balls did you get?
5. Yeah, but the thing is, like, that wasn't the difference here. Like basically, I think that my mid game, like I had a good pod, I had a good thieves, and I had a good skull. But after that, you like took off. Like it was like you never gave up any time, or you like increased your time. Like you hit all the small things. Like you had a faster Mire 2. Like you had like a lot of really solid rooms. Like incidentally, that kind of killed me. Like I ended up getting a lightning phase on Vidi. Like you got the 0 cycle Argus and I did not. Like so like even with the blue balls, you still would have got me. It wouldn't have mattered. So
yeah, because I think like aside from that Ganon death, like the biggest mistake for me this run was the cold stare fight. I kind of botched the fight, but like yeah, everything else was just really good in Dark World.
Yeah, and it's like it's insane because like I mean like you didn't. It wasn't like a choke at the end because like the farther in the run you got, the faster you got. So like your paces are insane, and you've put several up like this. So like I don't think that even with less blue balls, I would have been able to beat that time, especially in a race. That's an insane time. That's really. Don't you have like a 1:25:30 or something like that right now?
29, yeah.
God damn, dude, that's wild. That was a hell of a race, man.
So may I bring up an interesting fun fact?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Go ahead.
So, Lanxion, unfortunately, since this was losers bracket, you are out of the tournament. But V0oid, you're facing.
It's not a fun fact.
Well, that's not a fun fact. That's not a fun
Messing
fact.
with you, buddy. Keep going.
I was gonna lead into the next thing.
Yeah, keep going.
V0oid, you are facing today's commentator in the next round. You're facing Czech Seaman. So
yeah, I did see that in the schedule yesterday. Yeah,
we are having a little bit of a you know what like moment when like two boxers like face off before the match and they like just like stare at each other. That's the commentator's booth right now. That's the interview right here.
I see.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is not a fun fact. That is a sad fact. But you know that's how tournaments go sometimes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
People eventually unless it's a Swiss tournament, but hey, who hosts Swiss, right?
I'm sweating bullets right now. Seeing this amazing gameplay.
Yeah, you want to go right now, Chex?
Oh, Jesus Christ. This guy's ready to game. Guy's ready to game.
Imagine like, oh yeah, let's just do the match now. We can't do that in CSR, but
I was almost 100% certain you were going to PB against me because every tournament I've been in, someone's PB'd against me. Every single one of them.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Well, I mean, see, I almost PB'd, so
yeah. Thank you for breaking my streak, bud, but still bending me over backwards. So that's
right, yeah. Goddamn.
Well, thank you so much. That was an awesome run. I enjoyed it. I can't wait to see you crush checks later. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, thanks for the race and thanks for commentating, gamers.
Yeah,
thanks guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for
it
putting
was
up
a
the
lot
good
of
runs. A lot of fun, for sure.
Yeah, I want to give a big shout out to Czech Seaman and Yoho again for commentating. You know, wouldn't be possible to have these restreams without commentators. So tournament scene for Link to the Past definitely popping off. But yeah, any more words on that matchup? Because I'm looking forward to that. It should be an absolutely awesome match.
Oh yeah, I am too.
Yeah. Since I'm getting crushed and I'm out of here, and this is great. Thank you so much for you guys running this tournament. Thank you guys for commentating. Thanks V0oid for gaming the hell out of his mind. Thanks George for and like and I honestly think that Wayne put on this and the co. This is the best way to run these tournaments with lots of ways to play. So this is an awesome way. I cannot wait for the next one. So thanks guys, I appreciate it.
Double animation? Are you talking about that?
Yeah, just the way it was all seeded and like how many people got to play. Like a lot of meaningful, really close games happened early in the brackets and late in the brackets, and like it was just an incredible time. So thank you so much. It's the most fun I've had playing the tournament. So
yeah, for sure.
But all right, I'm out of here.
Great
Thank you so much, guys.
Later, Lynx.
Thanks for racing, Lynx.
Later, guys. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
Well, whoever wins between you two and the next losers, let me just look that up because I'm curious. So, the winner of your match, Czech Seaman versus V0oid, will be facing Link Orange next up, and that will be losers quarterfinals, I think. No, not 100% sure. But yeah, it's getting tense in the losers bracket.
Link is very good, and he's one of the illustrious Group H members, one of my group. So it'll be great.
Ooh, rematch.
Ooh, yeah, potentially a rematch.
Alright, well, I'm looking forward to that. Is there anything else you want to say before I head the stream out here?
No, I think we're good. This was a great match to watch. Great run from Boyd.
Yeah, I'm good too. Thanks again for doing this, guys.
No problem. Alright, we're gonna send you all over to the Z2 randomizer max rounder. That's happening on ZeldaSpeedRuns main right now. That's the winners bracket finals actually. So that there's lots of tournaments that are wrapping up like on ZSR in like the next couple of weeks. So it's been awesome, you know, to see all of that. But aside from it, I don't really have much to announce. That's already like the last restream for today, the Z2 randomizer. Aside from tomorrow, we've got 2 matches scheduled for A Link to the Past. 3 if you include a tentative match, but both are both sometimes get cancelled last minute. So the 2 matches that we have confirmed for tomorrow are winners bracket quarterfinals between everyone and Andy. That should be a good match. And also a losers bracket round 7 match between Korek and Vidi. So first one will be at 3 p.m. Eastern or 9 p.m. Central European Summer Time. And second one, the losers bracket round match, will be at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time or 30 minutes past midnight on Friday then. So that's tomorrow. And the tentative match, again, that might, you know, sometimes these matches do not happen, but it is scheduled potentially for that time. ORS 28 versus Kinda Shane at 10 p.m. Eastern or 4 a.m. Central European Summertime on Friday then. But yeah, aside from that, don't really have much to say. I think I'll pass it back to Chex and Yoho for some final words, and then we'll send you all over to main.
Final words.
Checks. All right. Top 10 things about this commentary. Go.
Okay.
Number one,
one.
Chex Seaman. Number 1, this is not Yoho. Number 3, not George.
No, but seriously,
Well played.
it's been a lot of fun. Thank you, Chex, for coming with me. Thank you, George, for the restream and
No problem.
the support here. And yeah, I think from us that's about it.